Okay, we are live, they say. They say we're live.
We lives.
Are we live? Hold on, guys. We're about to get a weird echo thing going on here. Say something.
Something?
Okay, we are live, they say. Okay, so there's a... What do you call it? A delay? There's a delay. But you know what? That's fine.
All right.
So what's up, Gio?
Oh, not much.
Not
What's
much?
going on?
Not much.
All right.
Just, living the best life over here with all the things. Forgot to turn that light on. But I'm kind of digging the lighting, though, without that light.
You like it better? All right. We'll try with this one.
A little bit. Yeah, I think the way the light is right now is pretty good. But yeah, let's see here. All right, so we are going to do the Balcones thing today.
The Balcones.
Yeah. We haven't...
Balcones,
Balcones, depending on who you are. But yeah, Balcones.
Balcones.
And we have some of their core lineup here. Not all, but some of it. I was thinking, we could do like their full core lineup because we've reviewed a lot of Balcones whiskeys here on the channel. Mm-hmm. But we've always reviewed like the latest release from them or like the limited releases.
Yeah.
And we've never really gotten into like their stuff that they just have
I think we
readily
did
available.
Baby Blue, or no, we did the other blue one, right?
Yeah, we did Big Baby.
That's the one we did.
Yeah, we did Big Baby, which is basically this one but aged.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think we busted this one out and compared them when we did that one, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if we didn't, we should have.
Yeah.
But,
I remember that.
Yeah. But, yeah, I just figured we'd go through these and see what we think of them.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So I feel like you didn't open.
I don't think I've opened this one yet. I've had this one, but I haven't actually opened this particular bottle. And then the others I have opened. And then I have this little tiny one of the one single malt.
Oh.
So, shall we just start with the Baby Blue?
Yeah.
All right, so we're starting with the Balcones Baby Blue, and this is a corn whiskey. There you go. We usually edit that stuff out. We're still getting used to the whole like live stream dynamic.
Yeah.
We have to be on our toes the whole time. Or at least like we can't be like, oh, we'll edit that out. We have to actually like
You'll see all our mistakes.
Yeah. Yes. There are quite a few. We'll put this right here so that people can potentially see it.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Cheers. So fun fact, this was the first whiskey that was available on the market that was actually distilled in Texas since Prohibition. It was the Balcones Baby Blue.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a nice little fun fact.
Yeah, it is a nice little fun fact. It's aged at least 6 months in oak, so I think this whiskey is less than a year old.
Oh. There's no like requirement, right?
Mm.
What's the earliest one have you tried?
Well, like the youngest one?
Oh, the youngest.
It might be this one, actually. Because I can't think of one I've tried that was less than a year old, other than this one. But this is a corn whiskey. I believe it's made of 100% corn.
I can smell the corn.
Yeah.
Well, not like corn, but like the corn husk.
Mm-hmm. Distilled and bottled by Balcones Distilling, Waco, Texas. Intentionally youthful. Baby Blue captures the essence of this prized corn. And I believe they're talking about the heirloom blue corn is the type of corn. Mm. So Baby Blue captures the essence of this prized corn with a round nuttiness. They like they divided the word from one line to the other, so I was like, okay, I need to put these together somehow.
Did they even do the hyphen? No, they didn't.
They got a hyphen right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so nuttiness, roasted overtones, and refined complexity. The mouthfeel is viscous with a soft finish. True Texas original that we are delighted to share with the world. Yeah, the first Texas whiskey on the market since Prohibition. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It has a very nice sweet smell.
Yeah.
For being under a year old, doesn't
Right.
smell too bad.
And I feel like it's like Texas is where you can get away with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, shall we taste?
Yep. It's a small bite.
Yeah, a little bit. I think this was the first Balcones whiskey that I ever tried, was the Baby Blue.
Is that what got you hooked?
I think so. And then I like tried other Balcones and I was like, oh my God, they're so much better than this. I mean, this is good. Like, don't get me wrong. This is always nice to like come back to. But I think most people will agree that a lot of the other Balcones stuff is like a lot better. Because I think this might be their only one that's less than a year old. But yeah, it is really sweet.
Because I think I remember us liking the Big Baby one, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I remember, yeah.
And the Tres Hombres.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, wasn't just a corn whiskey, but it was Balcones. Ooh, and apparently they have a cask strength Tres Hombres available at the distillery.
Really? Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I might try to get a bottle of it, but I feel like they're going to go fast. I think they've been available for some time now, but I don't know. Just by the time I actually make it up to Waco.
Oh, it's in Waco?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Is that the one that we were going to try to go, but they're like only open on Wednesdays or something like that? They're not open Mondays or Tuesdays?
Which one was that? I think that was...
There was one in Austin.
That was Crowded Barrel.
Oh, okay.
That we were going to try to go to, but because we were going on Tuesday. We posted a few videos last year of us visiting some distilleries.
Mm-hmm.
And we did all three of those distilleries the same day on a Tuesday. So we were looking around like, okay, what distilleries are actually open on a Tuesday? And there were some that we wanted to go to, but we couldn't because they weren't open. So, but maybe one of these days we'll go on
Try to do it again.
Yeah, try and do it again on a different day. Balcones is open on Tuesday, I think, but you have to actually go up to Waco.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a haul.
Well, it could do like a 2-day trip type thing.
Yeah. I don't know. But there's plenty of distilleries just around here to keep us busy.
Mm-hmm. We gotta go back to that. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if our fans enjoyed it, but we did.
I think so. Those videos did fairly well. So I think that was something we could totally go back to.
Mm-hmm. I'm just here sipping away.
Oh yeah, me too.
I enjoyed it.
We're just like chatting now, not really about the whiskey. But yeah, this is Balcones Baby Blue corn whiskey. Did you want to finish this before we move to the next, or should we just move on to the next?
Well, let me finish this part here.
Okay, we'll finish this part here.
But it has a nice, good, light corn taste. Small bite. Not that bad.
No, I think if we added water, and you know what, I think I have the water dropper at the house, but I think if we added water to this one, it might kind of mellow that out.
Yeah, but I think it'll dilute it a little bit too much, because it's pretty light already.
Yeah, that's true. It might, I think that sweetness would still be there, but some of the more delicate flavors, notes that you get might be kind of lost in that. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. All right, on to the next.
On to the next. So here this one is. So we did the Baby Blue. Next, we should have had like a plan. I think next we'll do the bourbon.
Okay.
So this is Balcones pot still bourbon. Straight bourbon whiskey. So to be straight bourbon, it has to be at least 2 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, it says here aged at least 24 months in oak. So I think they got the minimum age here that straight bourbon can be.
I always like their stamps.
Yeah. The thing about their bottles is the bottles themselves, like the shape of the Balcones bottles, are kind of basic.
Mm-hmm.
But the labels, they're very identifiable, though. Like, the labels are identifiable, even though they're always, like, different colors. I think just the logo and just sort of the style is very, like, it's very unique to them.
Yeah, this one has a cactus on it. The other one has a corn.
Oh yeah, like a corn stalk.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually a corn.
Oh, it is a corn.
Yeah, it's like an actual like corn
like
cob.
undone. Because
Yeah.
you can see the husk.
We'll hold this up to the camera to see if it focuses. I don't know if it will. Look away. Look away. All right. I don't know if that focused. We look away because the camera will typically like focus on our faces automatically. But if we want it to focus on something else, we have to be like...
Yeah. Just like whispering it loudly.
Did it do it?
Not
Not really.
Yeah. You can still see the corn.
Yeah, you can still see it.
So this is much darker.
Yeah. Well, it's older. It's 46% alcohol, which I believe the Baby Blue also was 46%.
This one smells more bourbon-y, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it is a bourbon.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not as sweet as the Baby Blue.
But it has like a rich smell.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit of like a butterscotch caramel type.
Mm. Yeah, I think the butterscotch for me comes through.
And we were wanting to drink, but I was like, waiting.
You can drink it.
Okay.
I think we're used to doing like with our review videos, we do the smell first and then we drink. But just do whatever here.
This is creamier. More weighted.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what I'm picking up on the smell here. I feel like it still has a little bit of that corny quality. I mean, corn is what's used, is the like primary ingredient for bourbon, but I mean, it's not as much as the Baby Blue.
The bite is there like in the back part, but
yeah. Yeah, the bite's there, but like you said, it's kind of creamy at the kind of toward the end. Real oaky.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know why I feel like the first time I had this, and I've drank some of it, not less than half, but I've had a few sips of this one, and I feel like I remember this one being more. I feel like I remember it being sharper for 46%, but maybe it's just because there's not as much left in the bottle. It's kind of airing out a bit. Is my guess.
Well, over the years, we've been increasing our...
Yeah, like our tolerance to the alcoholness.
I think I prefer the Baby Blue.
Maybe. I'm trying to decide, actually, because this one is definitely... I mean, it's definitely more bourbon-y than the Baby Blue. But the... there's something about it. Like, there's a lot of oak at the end. It's not as sweet as the Baby Blue. I don't think it's even as sweet as like most Kentucky bourbons. I think there's a little bit of sweetness missing. That might just be from the fact that it doesn't sit in the barrel as long, because I think bourbons draw a lot of their sweetness from the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think here in Texas we get bourbons that have more oak on the profile than sweetness. So maybe that's what's happening here. And since that Baby Blue was in the barrel for such a short amount of time, and it was primarily corn, or not primarily, it just was corn, maybe that's why that sweetness comes through a little bit more on that one. That's my guess. I hear the dog outside the shed.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's gonna start barking like any minute.
She's like getting.
She's like getting ready for it. We're sitting for a little, I guess, context here. We're actually in a shed that sits behind the house, and like there's like underneath the shed, a lot of animals tend to just sort of make a home there, like possums and stuff.
Like underneath and...
Yeah. And when she sees them underneath the shed, she will just go nuts. Because she can't get under there because there's like a little lattice thing that keeps her from getting under there. But like smaller animals can fit through. And yeah, it really annoys her.
Because she can't get there.
Mm-hmm. This isn't bad though. I feel like...
See, this is more of a sipping one than the Baby Blue.
I was actually going to say, I feel like I want to make cocktails with this one.
Really?
Yeah, like I wonder what an old fashioned would taste like with this.
Oh.
Because you add that sweetness to it, like the sugar or the simple syrup or whatever you use to sweeten your old fashions. And I wonder what that would do to this.
Probably bring it up more.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had one yet that I don't like. Texas pot still bourbon. Pot still bourbon. Usually, I think it's interesting that they say it's pot still, because usually pot still is something you see a lot in Irish whiskey. Big flavors have always been the cornerstone of our prized Texas whiskeys, and Texas pot still straight bourbon is no exception. Made grain to glass using traditional pot distillation, ensures a rich and viscous spirit. Yeah, I definitely got the viscous. That stands up to aging in new charred oak without losing its essence. Each dram is full of character and body, married with an aromatic entry and soft finish for an approachable yet memorable bourbon experience.
See, I got like a sharper finish.
I got a very creamy finish, and I don't know if that's what they mean by soft. I mean, the sharpness was definitely there, but like it was creamy too. So I don't know if that's where they're coming from. Maybe, but it was sharp and smooth at the same time, which is kind of neat. It's definitely unique, and I don't think that bourbon, and even the Baby Blue is for everyone, but it could be for someone.
Yep.
It's for me. I really enjoy it. All right, moving on.
What's next on the list? We can do the lineage.
Yeah, let's do the lineage. I think you're right. Yeah, and we're kind of following the proof too this way.
So
we're doing Brimstone last.
This one has a red stamp, as opposed to the other ones were.
Oh yeah, you're right. This is Balcones lineage. There she goes. So that's a single malt. Oh, you don't want it to block you? I see how it is.
Well, you're more... Yeah, okay.
All right, cheers. Oh, that dog.
So this is much lighter than the straight.
Yeah. So this is a single malt. This one says aged at least 36 months. 36 months. So yeah, 3 years. Balcones Lineage Texas Single Malt is an expression that pays homage to both the traditional single malts that have been a significant inspiration to our craft, as well as our deep roots in the heart of the Lone Star State, taking cues from two distinct approaches to maturation and malted barley. Lineage expresses our appreciation for the past while forging ahead to add something substantive to the ongoing conversation that is whiskey. So yeah, that's what's going on here.
I always enjoyed Balcones putting in how many months they've been.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the fact that they do that.
Because not everyone does that, right?
Mm-mm. I mean, you can usually find out, but...
They just don't put it on their label.
Yeah. I like that Balcones does that.
This is much sweeter.
It is, isn't it? It's a lot sweeter than the bourbon, which surprises me.
Especially being another year.
At least on the smell. And for being a single malt and not a bourbon, shoot. All right, so I mean, when you think single malt, a lot of times you think Scotch. And I am getting sort of some of those Scotchy kind of elements here. It's not smoky, but it's got that, I guess, that maltiness that you get, like a like not so much. There's a little bit of vanilla in there, but it's more like a Highland, an unpeated Highland Scotch. Pot distilled again.
So what is pot distilled?
It's just the type of still they used. So usually you have like pot still and column still, and it just kind of depends. Like, I think for the most part, distilleries will use like one or the other. Sometimes they'll use both. But pot distillation, I think, sort of originated with Irish, or at least the Irish whiskeys are known for their pot distillations. Now, I'm not sure what the difference is between, like, if I tasted a bourbon or a whiskey that was distilled in a pot still versus a column, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But there are people out there who can. Like, oh, yeah, this one was definitely made in a column still or a pot still. So that's going to be something to kind of learn one day. Like what elements or what qualities you get from the two different kinds of stills.
So it's sweeter. It smells creamy. Kind of like ice cream.
Yeah. I'm getting almost like
Like a float.
What is it? It's not grassy. It's more just like kind of like general vegetation type smell, like
leaves,
like vegetables, like like that general like vegetable smell. It's just kind of that. You can taste it. On that first sip, I just got sharpness.
Really? I didn't get the sharpness. I got spiciness.
Yeah?
Yeah. not pepper, but maybe like paprika type of spiciness.
Yeah, I can see that. It's definitely different. It's not as sweet on the taste as it was on the smell.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the smell was a lot sweeter.
Yeah. I think it's like almost night and day between smell and taste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot different, isn't it? I'm getting like a cardboard thing going on again. I've had that before.
Mm. This one I'm getting.
You're getting that? But it's like the best cardboard you've ever had.
It's like when you smell cardboard and you're like, I can taste it. That's what I'm getting. Remember, we still gotta do that whole smell and taste thing one day.
What do you mean?
Like if we smell or if we taste like spiciness, then we gotta eat that spiciness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
we've been talking about doing something like that where we taste, like, instead of like just drinking whiskey, we taste the foods or like
yeah.
things that you smell in whiskey to kind of familiarize ourselves with what these things taste like.
So I guess we're gonna eat Band-Aids and cardboard.
Yeah, we'll eat Band-Aids, cardboard, smoke. We'll eat a barrel, you know.
Who eats smoke? Well, I guess we're gonna do cigars.
Maybe. Well, we're going to have to do different kinds of smoke. We'll have to do a cigar. We'll have to do a barbecue. We'll have to do like a brush fire.
How are we gonna do that? Like, we're like put it in a bag or something? Like just gather in a bag.
And then open the bag. All right, quick, smell.
Eat it.
Yeah, but I do get that kind of ice creamy taste, smell going on.
I'm getting more in the smell than the taste, but
I like it. I feel like it kind of takes a minute to come around to this one, but I do like this one a lot.
I think it's different than the last two.
Yeah, the last two are kind of similar.
Yeah.
But I think this one is my favorite of the three. I still can't figure out which one I like better between the last two. But I think so far of the ones we've tried, this one is my favorite. Yeah. Yeah, this one's my favorite.
I think the Big Baby, I'll probably get like a second fill or a third fill. This one I feel like I'll just...
Oh, you mean the Baby Blue?
Oh, the Baby Blue, yeah.
Yeah.
That one, and then this one I'll have like one serving, but then that'll be...
Yeah, you'd move on to something else.
Well, not move on, but like a satisfying serving. Like I'll be done for that.
Oh, like done drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you. So this is interesting. It tells you the batch up here and the date it was bottled, which is kind of nice. So for anyone who is curious about this lineage and wants to compare to their bottle, this is batch SML 20-3. And the date on here is 12/11 of 2020.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, do you know what that means?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So the SML I was wanting to know.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I mean, it has to have like some type of...
I don't know if it stands for like small or what. See, this one says TPSB 20-2. And then the date is 3/16 of 20.
Okay, so if this is small, then that would be like what? Tall person?
Oh, maybe Texas pot still bourbon.
Oh.
Oh, single malt lineage.
There we go. We got it. All right, so it would be...
Tall person, really?
Oh, you said small, this one.
Well, I thought the whole thing was small, but no, just the S is small. Small, so, or no, it's not. Nothing is small. Single malt lineage. That makes sense, though. So then will this one be like BB something? Oh, yeah, BB18-8.
All right, so we need to figure out what the number dash number is for.
Maybe that's like the barrel number? Or what? No, because it's not a single barrel. Is that how many barrels went into the blend? That can't be right, because this one just says 2, and I'm sure more than 2 or 3 barrels would go into it. Yeah, this one says 8. I don't know.
All right. We may figure that out.
Oh, maybe that's the year. It's like 20. Like
and then the month?
-3. It could be the month, or maybe it's just the, like, the batch they did that year. So maybe this was like the 3rd batch that they bottled that year or something.
Okay, so this was in year 20, right?
Yeah, because there it says 2020.
Okay, so the other one is...
We're figuring this out, guys. See, this one says 18-8. Okay. So that either means... So it could mean August, or it could mean just the 8th batch that year.
Okay, so if this last number is like 13, then we know that it won't be the month.
That's true. Or it could be something totally different. That's not any of those.
But that would make sense.
Yeah.
For the month.
Yeah, and then see 20 and then 20-2.
Oh, no, it's not the month because they already marked the month here.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so then it has to be...
Okay, so this is the... this is the 3rd month here. So it has to be the batch that year, right?
Yeah, because this one is December, but it says 3. So I don't know if they do less of the lineage than... Well, I think they do, actually.
Because this one was 8, right?
Yeah, this one was 8, and it's October.
Well, that kind of makes sense because this is the most... Like, not popular, but the easiest one to do.
2018. I've had this bottle for a long time, guys. Yeah, but you might be right. They just might release more of those than the others. But yeah, we'll take a look at the others and see how they...
Bless you.
Oh, I can't edit that out, damn it. We'll take a look at...
At least it wasn't like a 5 sneeze one.
Right.
All right, so I guess the next one is going to be
the rye.
You want to do the rye, or do you want to do this one?
Let's do the rye.
Okay. Oh yeah, this one's since 20, and you haven't opened it.
Really? Well, that's just when it was bottled. I don't think I bought this in 20. Because I had one of these and I finished it, so I bought another one.
Oh.
Or here, I'll let you pour what you want. So I know a lot of people don't like this rye because it's not like your
typical rye.
Typical rye.
What's wrong with this rye? It's 100 proof rye.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's just not. It doesn't taste like your typical rye whiskey. So a lot of people are like, "Ooh, Balcones rye," like they don't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm curious to see what you think. I like this one. So yeah, see, this one's pretty. Well, no, because look, it says batch R rye. But then it says 10020-2. So what does the 100 mean? Oh, 100 because it's 100 proof.
It's 100 proof.
All right, so 20, the year -2, maybe the second batch. I don't know. This is dark.
Yeah, this one is.
Cheers.
So how many months was this one?
Aged at least 24 months.
Oh, this is only 2 years?
Mm-hmm. Now, depending on how we feel after we try all of these, I do have the cast strength version of this. So we can try it if you want.
What proof is that one?
Oh.
Okay.
It's cast strength, though.
I'm not a fan of the smell.
No? It's kind of,
And I did like the Sazerac rye, so I know I like rye.
Mm-hmm. But it is different. It smells like... It smells musty.
Maybe that's what it is. I can't even pinpoint what I'm smelling.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the smells are. It's tough.
You know what? It smells like leather.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It smells like Texas.
Wasn't there another one that we smelled like that was like leather and barbecue?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one it was, but I remember...
That one smelled good.
I remember that. Was that a Texas whiskey that smelled that way?
I don't know if yeah, I think it was a Texas whiskey because because the whole barbecue thing.
Yeah. It could have been... I wonder if that was the Big Baby. Or... I'm trying to think whatever Texas whiskeys we've had kind of recently. I don't think it was the Garrison Brothers one.
No, I don't think so either. I know it was one that you liked though.
Yeah.
I may like that a little bit more. That whole leather smell.
I feel like once you actually are able to pinpoint flavors or smells, you're like, okay, yeah, I do like that, or no, I don't like that. Because if it's like a smell that you like, then you're like inclined to like it more. There's some kind of fruit going on behind that.
Like apricot?
Yeah, maybe. Like, yeah. I was actually going to say an apple.
What could be an apple? It's probably just more.
I don't know if I've ever smelled an apricot. I've tasted apricot, but I don't know if I've ever
Never smelled what you ate?
Well, I feel like apricots are one of those things that... I don't know. I don't know if I've ever... Because, like, you can smell an apple. You know, like, after you, like, bite into it, you can, like, smell it. But usually when I have an apricot, it's, like, the little, like, it's not, like... I'm not, like, biting into it. It's the little... You know what I mean?
Like the fuzziness around it?
Not the fuzziness, but the... Like, the kind that you get, like, on a charcuterie board.
A what board?
Never mind. Just forget it. You seen those little like orange apricot? They're like little little pods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's when I've had an apricot.
Oh, that's not really apricot. I think that's like a artificial apricot, isn't it?
I don't think it's artificial, but I think they like do something to it to like, it's like gummy and tough.
Yeah. So I guess you need like an apricot.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I've ever just had an apricot. Let's try this.
I still don't know what a charcuterie.
Charcuterie? You've never had a charcuterie board? I'm sure you've had one. You probably just didn't realize. It's like a plate. They give you like various different kinds of meats and cheeses. Sometimes
Well, is that what like the Brazilian steakhouse does? The one up the road?
not really.
Oh.
If you go to like like a lot of times you can get them at like bars, or if you go to like a winery you can get it there. But it's like a plate, and they give you like cold cuts meat. So it's like they'll give you like salami, pepperoni, ham.
Oh, the stuff you can buy like at a grocery store?
Yeah,
Like
and
that
then,
little sampler?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and then those like little slices of cheese, like various types of cheese. Sometimes they'll have grapes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what it's called?
yeah.
Well, I thought it was like a little sampler. Never had that at a bar. I've never been to a winery, but
We should go to a winery.
I think that's, yeah, that makes sense. Like ham salami would be better with wine as opposed to whatever you're drinking at a bar.
Right.
Well, that's a bit smoky.
It is, isn't it? It's like, but it's not like the Scotch smoke. It's like,
Like a leather smokiness.
maybe. It's like smoke. Like when you smell smoke, you're like, oh, something's on fire. Like something's on fire that shouldn't be on fire.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I don't think they smoked this, but I'm kind of getting that taste.
It's like they were like burning a barrel near it, and that kind of just infused with it.
I got some kind of aftertaste there. I'm trying to figure out what it was.
It's like when you're cooking something, you accidentally set it on fire.
Mm.
It's like a cigarette smoke too.
It's like, I like it, but I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm like the opposite.
You don't like it and you know why?
More. Yeah. Doesn't say I don't know why, but I kind of do.
Yeah, this is different from like the Sazerac rye, the Rittenhouse. What are some other ryes we've had? I don't even know.
We have at least like 4.
We haven't done a lot of ryes on the channel.
No. But there's not really that many ryes, are there? Are there a lot of ryes?
I mean, there's not as many ryes as there are like bourbons, and like when you get out of the States, you don't really find too many ryes at all. I mean, there are some outside the States, but what ryes have we had? We've had I know we had the Sazerac and the we did a Whistle Pig video. Those are all ryes.
Oh,
That's
see,
an
those I
old-
like.
Those are that's an old video. There's a Heaven's Door rye that we haven't tried.
Oh yeah, that one I haven't tried. Thought we had another one.
The Sazerac. I have the Sazerac at the house. The Elijah Craig rye. Remember we had that one?
Mm-hmm.
That one was decent. Yeah, we just haven't done a lot of ryes on the channel. We need to do a rye review one at some point soon.
But apparently you liked it because this is your second bottle, right?
Mm-hmm. It tastes different though.
Than before?
Or maybe I just don't remember. I remember having it and liking it and like, ooh, I gotta get another one. And now I'm just like, huh. I do like it though, and I'm wondering if the reason I like it is just because it is so different. It's just not your average rye, and maybe if it was, I would just be like, okay, yeah, it's just your typical rye. But the fact that there's something different going on, I'm like, ooh, like it's different.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
No. I mean,
there's ones where, you know, like I'm like, I don't really like it, but you know, I kind of get accustomed to it. But this one's kind of, I don't know.
I've gotten like a chocolatey thing now, like a German chocolate.
I don't think I ever had German chocolate.
I don't like German chocolate.
Okay. Did you get chocolate like when you were in Germany?
I've never been to Germany.
Well, you were like weren't you in France?
Yeah.
Isn't like Germany a couple miles away?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not actual chocolate though. German chocolate, it's like its own thing. It's not. I don't even know why it's called German chocolate. But it's. I don't think it's.
Oh, it's like Brazilian nuts. It's not really. Like it's called something else, but they're just naming it Brazilian nuts.
I think so. It's not like.
I watched House the other day.
Oh yeah. It's. I don't even know if it's actually chocolate. To be honest.
Oh, it's not like that cocoa. What is it called? Cocoa. Is it cocoa?
Yeah, cocoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually chocolate.
Cocoa. Yes. Stop spelling these words so differently.
Yeah, this is different than I remember it being. But the cask strength, I remember last year. Was it last year or the year before? That we actually went to Balcones Distillery. Like me and my wife went up there for my birthday. And they, you can get a flight at their tasting room. And they give you like the list of all the whiskeys that are available. And you can just choose any 3 you want for your flight. Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So one of the ones I chose was the cask strength version of this. Because I was trying to choose ones I hadn't had before. And it was really good.
Well, so maybe that's the one you remembered.
Maybe. I mean, I bought a bottle of it, and I remember liking that one, though. So, I don't know.
Maybe you got the cask versions last time, but then you saw that one, and you're like, oh, it must be this similar.
Maybe. Okay, let's do this. We're going to take a little detour here. And try the cask strength version.
See, that one's much darker. Wow, that was dark.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a gold.
So I actually bought this one at the distillery.
Okay.
Oh,
so you haven't opened it since then?
No.
Wow. So you tried it once and you're like, I like this, and never opened it again?
Basically. You know what? To commemorate this one, we're going to use the glasses that I got at the distillery.
Ooh. Balcones.
So that's a single barrel right there.
Wow, that's crazy. It looks like syrup.
So we're kind of veering off here because this one is not one of their like core release ones. This is one that I believe they release every year.
This one says single barrel collection bottle 117 of 197, release 6 of 21.
Yeah, so it says here bottled 7/8/21, finished in ex Pinot.
Wait, it's bottled in 7?
Yeah, bottled 7/8/21.
Well, that doesn't make sense because this one says it was released since. Oh, I guess. Okay, so this particular one is bottled, but this collection was released.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I was like, well, that doesn't make sense.
Finished in ex Pinot. So I wonder if they that means like Pinot Noir. Single barrel straight rye. So this is 59.8% alcohol.
Which is not that much higher. Surprisingly for cask.
That's true. aged at least 40 months
Okay.
in oak. So that's like...
This one was how many months?
I think that was just 24, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is 3 years and 4 months, whereas that one was just 2 years. So not only is it cask strength, but it was aged longer.
I mean, it looks like syrup.
It does, doesn't it? This is so dark. Like that is crazy.
I think this is like one of the darkest ones I've seen.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay. That was much stronger. Hold on.
Yeah, we are getting stronger with this one.
See, I smell cherry with this one.
Yeah.
This one I like a little.
Oak comes through big time, which I would expect for cask strength 40 months old in Texas.
I do smell leather, but it's like
It's like the
softer.
Yeah, it's like the chocolate covered cherry. It's what I'm smelling.
Cherry, leather, oak.
Yeah, big leather.
It is sharper, so I'm using the whole Garrison technique, right?
Yeah, we'll do that.
It's not really a technique, it's just probably everything. But
That's where we learned it.
yeah.
All right, we're going to taste it already.
Much sharper. A little bit creamier.
Yeah, that's why I bought it. Yeah, this is really good. So I don't know if it is because it's cask strength or because it was aged longer or just a combination of the two. But this one is so much better than this one. For me, at least. What do you...
Me too, yeah.
And it says finish in ex Pinot. So they, I believe they finished this one in some type, in a wine cask. So maybe that has something to do with it as well. Just the type of barrel that they finished it in. So yeah, this is for those of you who are wondering, barrel 28380, finished in ex Pinot. This is Balcones Distillery single barrel collection, bottle 117 of 197. So I guess they got 197 bottles out of that one barrel, and this is bottle number 117 of that. And then, like you said, released 6 of 12. So that's what's going on there. Yeah, I like it. This one, it's not part of the core series, so I feel like it doesn't really count, but this one is my favorite of the ones we've had so far.
It is. But it's really as strong with taste buds.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see about... I feel like I feel like we need to get some water. But I don't want to like leave.
I think we can. Can we just take a break?
Yeah, we can take a break. All right, we're going to take a quick break and go get some water before we try the last two, just so that we can sort of cleanse our palates. So we will be back.
Yep. Can you just do like a pause?
You can't pause a live stream.
Really? We're just gonna see like just random. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be gone for a few minutes, guys.
There's gotta be a way to do it. I've seen others do this.
I think they'll usually have like a little. We're back, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, we need to come up with like a little graphic or something that says "We'll be right back."
Yep.
But yeah, after that one, we just had to get some water to like cleanse our palates a little bit.
I'm here just stirring my glass like that's doing anything. Oh yeah, it's much better.
Yeah. Alright, I didn't finish this one, but I'm going to put it back over here for now.
Yeah. We did bring a dropper, so we may try that with that in a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be nice to come back to that one with the dropper.
I still got a lot on that one. That kind of like burned my palate a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to try this one?
Let's go with this one. Yeah, we're going to do the brimstone last.
I'm surprised you didn't get a big bottle of this one.
That one's kind of pricey.
Oh, it is? The pricier than those?
Yeah, well, not this one. But this one might be a little bit more than that one. But it's definitely pricier than all of these.
Oh.
Like, this one and this one are like $30. And then this one and this one are probably like 40, and this one's like 46 or 7.
Mm.
This one's like 60 something.
Oh. Is that one like you don't really like that much, or you don't really like that one that much, but you just don't wanted it?
It was, I don't know, it was when we went to the distillery, they had us try, what did they have us try? They had us try this one. This is the Texas 1 single malt. I don't think we said which one this was. Mm-hmm. This is the Texas 1 single malt. This is like their flagship one. They had us try this one along with the rye, the baby blue, and the bourbon. And I think that one was my favorite of those three.
Oh.
But I think just because I saw, they have a small bottle of it, so I can just buy a small bottle and not have to spend the money on a big one.
I see.
Because when I buy a bottle of whiskey, it usually takes me a long time to finish it. So, this is a single malt as well. And feel free to pour yourself more if you want to.
Is it a little higher proof?
It's 53%.
Oh, okay.
And this one is also aged at least 24 months in oak. So this is 2 years old, at least. 2 years old.
This one smells a lot higher proof than the, well, of course, the 100 proof one. But I mean, like if I had to guess the proof, it would have been like.
I'm not really getting that.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have guessed this was like a 57, 58.
I like the way it smells, though. Hmm. I'm getting like a caramel thing with this one.
I'm getting like a honey.
Yeah. See, I was thinking like, is that caramel or honey that I'm getting? But I think it actually is, for me at least, I think it actually is caramel, more so. But I was kind of going back and forth, like in my head, like, was it caramel or honey?
For me, I think I'm getting honey.
I'm even getting like a strawberry.
I can see that. You know what? I'm not really getting that vanilla smell I normally get.
No. It might be because it's only 2 years old. I'm going to taste it. Yeah, so it's kind of, there's a little sharpness there. It's not on the tongue, but it's sort of in the back of the throat for me. Like once you swallow it.
A little bit creamier.
Yeah. Like when I was sitting on my tongue, I didn't notice it, but once I swallowed, I was like, oh, okay, there it is. So, I guess I need to tell the story about when I had this at Balcones. So we went to Balcones for my birthday, and it was my wife and my mom, and so we did the tour and
Oh,
all
is that why when I said like, "Hey, I can come visit," you're like, "Oh, well, no." It was last year?
It was 2 years or the year before last that we
okay.
went. So we went up there. And like we did the tour and all that, and then we were in the little tasting room, like doing the tasting. So the guy was asking, like, you know, oh, is anyone here for like a special occasion or anything like that? So leave it to my mom to say, oh, it's his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna say anything because I don't like being this like
Center
of attention in a situation like that. But she's like, oh, it's his birthday. And he's like, it's your birthday? I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh man, happy birthday. And he's like, so which of these was your favorite? And I told him the single malt. He's like, oh, okay. So he poured everyone on the tour another pour of the single malt.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And he's like, all right, so here's a toast. And he's like, here's to, what was it? Here's to fighting, cheating, stealing, and drinking. And it was basically like a, like if you watch the Whiskey Vault videos, it was that toast basically, but with the cheating part added. But the toast was, if you fight, may you fight for a friend. If you cheat, may you cheat death. If you steal, may you steal your lover's heart. And if you drink, may you drink with us. And that was the toast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's really cool.
You're like, I would have missed it.
Right? But it was kind of neat. Like when my mom was like, "Oh, it's his birthday," I was like, "What?" But then like when he did that, I was like, "Okay, that was pretty cool."
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So I do like this one, but at the same time, this one sort of holds like a special place in my heart for that reason.
I see.
So.
Which just kind of surprised me you didn't get a bigger bottle.
I need to buy a big bottle of it one day. Once I finish this one, which there's still like half of it left, because we just poured ourselves a little bit. But once I finish that one, I'll probably just buy a big bottle of it.
Like this one. Then you got the Longmorn. Oh, Longmorn.
Yeah. Yeah, those are ones that are like, have like a sentimental thing to me. I told myself, for those of you who don't know the story behind this Longmorn 16, I know I've talked about it in a few videos, but my wife actually bought me that bottle as our wedding gift about 2.5 years ago now. And I told myself that, you know what, I'm going to drink this and finish it on our first anniversary. Well, obviously it's still there and it's not done, and we've been married for about 2.5 years now. So we didn't finish it, or I didn't finish it on our first anniversary. And there's still some left, so I guess I'll just finish it when I finish it. But I think I just wanted to kind of hold on to it for that reason.
Are you gonna keep, like, actually save that bottle?
Yeah.
Because most of the bottles you don't save, right? You just...
Yeah, I'll just throw them in the recycle. But no, I think that one I'll probably save it. Who knows? Maybe it'll become an... I was going to say maybe it'll become an infinity bottle, but...
I wouldn't do that.
I think I'll just save it.
You can, you and your wife can, like, sign on it.
Yeah.
And just put it in your cabinet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do with that. But yeah, this one is my favorite of the ones we've tried so far. The Texas One Single Malt.
I like this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I like this one better than the Baby Blue, which was kind of like my favorite the whole time.
Yeah.
But it's like the Texas Rye, but not as strong.
Yeah. And I'd like to do, maybe not now just because we've had like 7 of these, but I'd like to do a side-by-side with this one and the Lineage, since they're both single malt.
I already tell you I like that one.
Well, yeah.
Like, we don't have to do that. I
Okay.
already like it.
All right, never mind then.
If you do a side-by-side of that one and that one, then maybe the
cast strength rye?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like those two are just going to be very different because it's a single malt and a rye.
Yeah.
So the grains are different. But
I do like this one a lot better than Lineage.
Yeah.
But this one's a nice sipping whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one that you just, after like a long day's work, you just sit home, put your feet up.
This one's really good. And this has won like a bunch of awards. This is like, have you heard about, like, I don't know if it was in the 70s or 80s. They made a movie about it when like the California wine scene was just like sort of coming into like when it was kind of starting. And they had this like international whiskey competition. And there was a California wine in this competition with all these French wines. And the California wine won. And it was like, oh, wow. Like, okay, so this is how we know that California is like not messing around anymore. They can compete with the traditional French wines. Well, this one was, I think it was 2018 or 19 that this one was entered into like a competition with other like single malts from Scotland. And this one won.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know if it was best single malt or best something, but whatever it was, it won. So that's kind of like the American single malt whiskey version of that wine story. It's like, dang, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's It's really good.
Yeah.
I know in California they have that. I didn't realize it. I was watching like some type of documentary. Their vineyard is huge over there.
Oh yeah, they've got a bunch over there.
Yeah. There was that one that they used like an old I forgot where it was, like back in like the 1700s.
Mm-hmm.
They had like a huge, looks like a castle.
Yes.
But it's like a huge vineyard. It's just ginormous.
Joss and I went there
Really?
back in 2018 whenever we went to San Francisco.
Oh.
We went up to that castle and they were talking about how they brought people in from like Italy to build it, like actually like stonemasons from Italy, and they had like the materials and stuff imported from Europe to build it to try and make it like as authentic as possible. The Castello di Amoroso. I actually have a bottle somewhere. I think it's in there somewhere from that winery.
So awesome.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. They had like a dungeon and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they have dragons?
No.
Oh.
I was gonna say yes, but then I was like, no.
Dungeons and Dragons. What? Yeah, but this one's really good. I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, this one is awesome. You want a little bit more, or do you want to move on to the next one? Okay. All right. Last one. We'll get fresh glasses. There you go. All right. Last one is the Balcones Brimstone. This is also 53%, I believe. This one. Yeah, this one is 53%. So this is the same alcohol content as the single malt. So we're kind of making like a full circle here, because this one is also a corn whiskey, like the Baby Blue.
Oh, is that why you want to do this one last?
No, I wanted to do this one last because it's smoky.
Oh, I guess hence the name Brimstone.
Yeah. It's not peat smoked though, like Scotch. It's smoked using Texas like brush oak or Texas scrub oak. So you know, like all the oak that's all over the place. Mm-hmm. That's what they smoked this in.
Okay. So is this gonna have like a barbecue type of taste? We're guessing.
Kind of. I'm trying to remember how this one tastes, but it doesn't. It's not smoky like what you're used to. I'll just tell you that.
So this one says, age at least 1 day in oak. At least 1 day. So does that mean this is your youngest one?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like for that color, it has to be aged longer than that.
At least 1 day. I've never seen that before.
It has to be aged longer than that. But that's awesome.
I mean, they're pretty usually accurate, and when they or not accurate, they usually let you know the time frame. But this one's at least 1 day.
At least 1 day in oak.
Well, and if we're guessing right, this is number 4. So
number 4 of the year 2020. So what is that? 11? It's kind of faded, but 11/18/2020 is when this was bottled. So, you ready?
All right.
I mean, this darkness. This is more than 1 day's worth of darkness right here. I think they just put that there to be cheeky, but this is.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna do it with like, would you say brush fire?
Scrub oak.
Scrub oak.
But what they do is they smoke the barley in that, and then they distill it.
Mm.
So once it comes off the still, it's clear. So it's not going to get this color in just 1 day. And
well, the colors that we've seen the other ones are.
Yeah, but look, this one is 6 months, and look how much lighter it is. I mean, I know there's not near as much left in that bottle, but I mean, it's not going to get that color in 1 day. It's just not. Mm. Now, maybe they put some. What they could have done.
The coloring?
Well, no. What they could have done is they could have taken a barrel that was aged only 1 day and dumped it in there just to like make that the age of the whiskey. Because when you say a whiskey is like 6 years old or 12 years old, that's going to be the age of the youngest barrel that was used for that whiskey.
Okay.
So what they could have done was...
Just do like a mixture?
Yeah. Of
or
barrels that were, a few years old or 2 years old, 3, whatever, and then dumped one in there that was only a day old. And be like, okay, this is a day old whiskey.
Oh. All right. Ready?
But it says at least, so... Ready to smell it?
Ready. That doesn't smell too bad.
No, it smells good.
You know what it smells like? So, like, like when you and me and our other friend went camping?
Yeah.
And we just, like, kind of, like, make our own little campfire?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it smells like. I like that.
Well, that's what we use, is that oak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it smells like oak trees.
Campfire smell. I enjoy that.
Yeah. Brimstone. What is on the front? It's a fire.
Oh, it looks like a campfire.
I mean, I'm assuming that's supposed to be a fire.
Well, yeah, I think this is a fire here, but then this is like the
logs and like the kindling and stuff. Made from roasted blue corn. Yeah. So,
but isn't brimstone like that rock?
I think so.
Like near volcanoes.
Might be, which I mean, if it's from like near volcanoes, then that kind of tracks with the whole smells like a campfire thing.
Oh.
Maybe they were trying to like come up with like a fiery name for it.
I've never been to volcanoes.
I've never been to a volcano either. If anyone's been to a volcano, let us know.
Is this what Hawaii smells like?
Right. It says here purification through fire. On the back.
Well, I don't know what that... Like, do they just put the barrel through the fire and that's how it works?
I don't know. It says this one-of-a-kind whiskey is smoked with sun-baked Texas scrub oak using our own secret process. So it's a secret.
Okay.
The result is a whiskey full of fresh, youthful corn and light fruit notes married with a bold smokiness. Whether you like smoky whiskeys or just have a penchant for big, new flavors, Brimstone is sure to be a memorable pour. Aromas of masa. Oh, that's interesting. Texas campfire and powdered sugar backed by stone fruit, peppery spice, and mint. Mint? Bold yet balanced. Brimstone is yet another Texas original from Balcones. Masa. Kind of. Like a corn tortilla?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Are you getting the mint?
No, but I was thinking like we should make tamales out of this.
I feel like I'm getting the mint.
I think so too. Like the fresh leaves?
Yeah. I'm going to taste it.
Spicy, peppery.
Yeah. Yeah. That is one heck of a whiskey. It tastes burned. Like a burned tortilla. Have you ever had a burned tortilla?
I think we've all had burnt tortillas once in our lives.
Yeah.
tortilla you didn't flip soon enough.
Yeah, exactly. But there's a lot of people out there who like the burnt tortillas. I feel like you have to be like that single malt that we tried, the Texas One single malt, is one that like you could just like sip on whenever. But I feel like you have to be like in a certain mood for this one. It's definitely a sipping whiskey. I don't see this being mixed with anything.
No, this one I don't think you can mix with anything.
I don't know.
But I do think this is more of a seasonal whiskey.
Right? Like it's like a seasonal and like a situational whiskey. Like if you're sitting around a fire.
You know what? We gotta test our friend with this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, before COVID, we would go camping.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm like looking at the screens up there. We would go camping, like once a year, right?
Yeah, usually like once a year.
Sometimes twice a year if it works out. But recently we've just been all busy, all three of us, because life.
Yeah.
So, and that's the friend we're talking about. So if we ever tried going camping again, I think we should try it.
Yeah. This would definitely be one to take with us.
And then we'll see if he thinks the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he most likes everything, so.
Well, I don't know. Because I remember I asked him about Wild Turkey 101. And he was like, oh man, I had Wild Turkey 101. That about killed me. Like, really?
Well, he doesn't. Well,
I feel like he doesn't like the higher proof stuff.
Well, yeah, because he drinks it very quickly.
That's true. He does drink it very fast.
So, like, the whiskeys and scotch we give him, it's not like, you know what, I'm just going to calmly drink this. It's more like, hey, I'm having a get-together. Let's drink this as fast as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Those are usually the moments.
Yeah. Like, when I gave him a Highland Park 12 a while back, which he really liked, and he finished that, like, in 2 days.
Well, I gave him that Johnny Walker, and he finished that night. Because they had like a...
Oh, yeah, they had a get-together. I mean, that was a big bottle. That was like a 1.75, right? Yeah.
So, like, everyone just finished it.
Mm-hmm. This one, I don't know if I could drink, like, a lot of this at once. Because there's some whiskeys that I was like... And I don't do it because I try not to drink too much. But there's some whiskeys that I could probably have, like, 2, 3, maybe even 4, like, servings of a night and not really... I'm not saying I'd get drunk, but it's like I'd probably get drunk, but I would be able to handle it. This one, I don't know if I'd be able to. This is like a single pour whiskey that I would drink slowly through the night.
Yeah.
Like the single pour would be plenty for me all night. And it would last me all night because I would drink it very slowly.
This one tastes like the... I don't know if it's Jack Daniels. Is it Jack Daniels? Jack Daniels Black? Is that what it is?
Jack Daniels Black. No, there's not a Jack Daniels Black.
What was it black?
You're talking about Jim Beam Black?
Is it Jim Black?
I mean, there is a Jim Beam... Or Johnny Walker... Not Johnny Walker
No,
Black.
it's not Johnny Walker.
There is a Jim Beam Black label. I mean, the Jack Daniels, like the standard Jack Daniels is a black label. But I don't think this tastes like that.
It might be Jim Beam Black. Can't remember.
I could kind of see that, because that Jim Beam Black...
Because it has like that same spiciness to it.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah. I could... Yeah, I could kind of see that. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's really it. Yeah.
I mean, one day on the channel we'll do a full-size Glencairn, and then see if our minds change with a full-size one.
For this whiskey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or not this whiskey, like any whiskey. Because it could change.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we use these small ones just because when we review, we typically shoot our reviews like 3 or 4 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not trying to drink too much. So we'll typically use these small Glencairns because they just work out really nice. But yeah, I mean, if we used a full one, I don't know if there would be a huge difference in the way it tasted if we poured ourselves like a full serving.
I think it'll be more of like determining if we would like the full serving of it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like with this one, I probably wouldn't like a full serving.
Yeah.
Like this would be enough.
Yeah.
Like this one I'm slowing down on.
Yeah. Well, like with this one here, I could probably handle a full serving, but that would literally be the only thing I drink all night. Whereas with the, like this, like the one single malt, I'd probably drink a couple of these.
Mm-hmm. That one, even like the cask strength, I probably would drink 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Like a full serving of it.
Yeah.
The baby blue, probably finished the bottle, but
and it's not necessarily because like, oh, these are better. It's just because of like the heaviness.
yeah.
And the just sort of what you're getting from it. Like this is definitely a slow sipper. Like we've had some where we've said like, oh, this is dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you can drink it real fast.
I forgot, what was that? I think there was one that
There
was
are
like...
a few of those.
I think there was like one that was like 120 proof or something like that. And then we were like...
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, oh, I gotta slow myself down here.
Yeah. For me, that Lagavulin 12-year, the 2022 special release, that was one of those for me. It was so good, and it was like 58% alcohol. I could have just like kept drinking that all night. And I would have been in a bad spot if I had. But it was so good. But it was smoky, but it was easy to drink for me. So I don't know. And I think a lot of Irish whiskey is that way too.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was Brimstone. It's the Texas Scrub Oak Smoked Corn Whiskey. Alright, so if you're going to put them in order, we're not going to count this one. Well, I guess you can count this one. If we're going to put them in order, what would your order be? Like, from least to favorite?
From least to favorite?
Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's bring these on the main table so that we can actually talk into the microphone.
Oh, instead of just seeing the back of our heads.
Yeah. Well, it works when we're wearing the lapel mics that we use in our normal videos, but...
Oh, here it just like kind of silence us a little bit.
Yeah, because
where are they going?
Because the microphone's here, but we're like faced that way.
Yeah. All right, so... So this will be my order. So it'll have to be since we're including this one, the cask strength here, the single malt here, the baby, was it the baby blue?
Yeah.
Baby blue. I would say the Brimstone next. The bourbon. Lineage. And the rye.
Okay, so you went from your favorite to least favorite.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to do the other way, wasn't I?
No, that's all good. So that's crazy because your favorite was the cask strength rye, and then your least favorite was the not cask strength rye.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just like the flavor and everything was just off for me.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna going in the same order you did, my favorite still has to be the Texas one single malt. and I just need to buy a full size bottle of this already. And then probably the cask strength rye. That's what this is. Yeah, the cask strength rye. And then the brimstone is probably next for me because I really do like this one. It's super unique, and I like smoky stuff, but it's not smoky in the same way that Scotch is. It's totally different smoke.
Yeah.
So this one is probably next for me, and then after that is probably the Lineage, and then. And then the bourbon. And then the rye. And then the baby blue. This one is like... I'm a sweet tooth, but this one's almost too sweet for me. I don't know what it is about that one. Now, all of these are great. Like, to be honest, I liked all of them. I know you didn't care for the rye, like, at all. But I liked all of them. So, when I say the blue is my least favorite, I'm not saying this one's bad. I'm just saying that, like, the others are just that much better.
In my eyes, he's saying that one's the worst one ever.
Yeah. But, anyway.
I think ours, like, everything did not match at all for ours.
No. I think we had... Well, I think our top two were this one and this one just reversed. Yeah. And then the rest just was kind of, like, different order. But... Yeah, it was, that was pretty much it. And one day we'll get to the point where we don't have this microphone sitting here and we figure out how to use our lapel mics on the live stream.
Maybe not. We just have like one of those, standing mics, like the boom mics.
Oh, yeah.
But like smaller.
Yeah. Because you can't really see the bottles that are like behind it, like right here. Yeah. But they're here. Don't worry.
But we can have like a stand and come downwards.
Yeah, we could. We're still figuring out this live stream stuff, but we've gotten a lot better since that one live stream we did back last summer.
Yeah. Was it last summer?
Yeah, with Whiskey Dick.
Oh, that's right. The one where we're like, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
We're like, okay.
We were going off the Wi-Fi and it was a mess, and I feel bad honestly for that because
that was our first live stream.
Yeah, and we were a guest on someone else's live stream, so it was just like, But anyway, that I really enjoyed. I'm glad that we finally went through the core, or at least a good part of the core lineup of Balcones, because you still got like the True Blue, which is like 100 proof corn whiskey that they have, and the Rumble, which technically isn't actually a whiskey, but it's like it's something. It's something. But I'm glad that we finally were able to touch on like the core lineup of Balcones, because all our Balcones reviews we've done up to this point have been like their limited releases or their yearly releases.
So would True Blue and Rumble be limited?
No, they're part of the core lineup. I just didn't have them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find them.
Oh, they should be easy to find. But maybe we might just do like a regular review video on those. But that's gonna be it for today. So thank you for watching this stream. We saw a couple of people pop up. We didn't get any comments, but we did see a couple of people pop up from time to time. So if you did pop up and watch for a little bit, thank you so much for that. And we will see you next time. We'll probably do another stream here towards the middle to end of February. So
we'll see you then.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.